Freddie from California, thank you for holding on the line.
Okay. Hi, Adya.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi. Yeah, my question is, I've done the whole course, and I've been with you for years and years.
Yeah, I know you have.
Oh, do you?
I can picture you in my mind right now, believe it or not. Yes.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
Every once in a while that happens, and I'm grateful when it does.
Oh, me too. And I really just recently gone through this, and this course helped so much. This energy, which has been in so much of my life, going suddenly and wonderfully out.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Without effort. I swear, without effort.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it's so delicious, and I'm so excited about it, that I think I'm veering into something that I heard you mention called spiritual ambition. Really. I mean, I like it so much, I'm almost addicted to it.
I see it.
And
yeah.
I'm looking to give, you know?
See. Yes. Yeah.
And
yeah. You could have worse problems.
Well, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I guess that's true, and I have all the energy too to be able to do that,
which is nice,
which is lovely.
Yes.
The way I do that, one of the ways is that I have a real talent for writing songs and singing them.
Yeah.
And I do that. I've been doing that for years, and of course now they're all spiritual jazz.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
And I actually perform this stuff. And
you sound surprised by it.
Yes. And people get it.
Mm-hmm.
They get it.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I'm noticing is that I need to find people who want me to do that.
I see, yeah.
And some churches or some people, they don't want it.
Yeah.
They just don't want it. And
right.
I honestly don't think they quite get it.
Yeah, they might not get it. I
don't think they do. When you put in a flyer, what would it feel like to just give the whole world love? I'm not sure that they quite, that might be a little over the top.
That's a big idea. Yeah.
It's quite big. Yeah. So I want to calm down a little bit, I guess.
I understand. Well, Freddie, I think there's some few things you're saying that are really important. That, number one, that it is a natural, for most people, it's a very natural thing. Spirituality is so much of inner, and it's natural that at some point, once it goes out, in other words, because we don't just discover all these gifts so we can sit in a corner, thinking that we're wonderful. The real, we discover this stuff, and then naturally, it's like a fountain, right? That it just kind of wants to now flow out. And it's just like it's the phase, everything comes in and then we go out. And I mean, I think if anything, you just some people will resonate with some of what you do, but if you want to do things to be a contributing presence in the world, there's no end of ways to do it. There may be. We may have our favorite ways, that maybe speak to us in a particularly strong way. But there's no end of ways to do that. And coming back to, I think, the very last part that you mentioned, and we do have to remain mindful of that well of inspiration. That well of inspiration, we are well served, and the people around us are well served if we do take the time and the intention to dip back into that inner well of inspiration. That we can just be inspired and share our inspiration, and that's really, really beautiful. But also there are constant new and before unknown depths to be revealed. And, and that's part of of reminding to sort of tend that inner turning as well, so that everything stays really fresh, and we don't, get so outward oriented that we start to become disconnected again from the very source that we're singing or talking about.
Right, because that could happen. Yeah,
that can happen. Yeah, you can get so, it's kind of paradoxical, right? You can get so into sharing about the truth that you kind of like, wait a minute, I think I'm got so tired and run down, and that I kind of seem like I lost some of my connection here. So,
exactly.
So okay, just remember what you're inspired to do, and then you realize, this is what I need to do in order to do what I do well.
Right.
That's one of the reasons I shared on this program when I used to teach about twice as much as I do now.
Yeah.
And what really helped a lot, it wasn't just me getting exhausted and all that kind of stuff that really, really did it, is when I realized that it is as utmost important that every time that I teach, I'm at 100%. And I mean that I feel inspired and inspiring, that all of me is on board. And I just realized that that takes some wisdom. You can't just throw yourself into an endless amount of stuff and feel completely inspired. So then I cut back, not only, to help my body out, but also to really just be assured that I was in a place where I could bring the very best. Because I feel the people that come to me, they deserve the very, very, very best that I have to offer. And that also includes going back to that well, too.
Right.
So all of that is me kind of, it's a kind of being responsible for the love and joy that you have with what you share.
Right.
So that it keeps it alive, and it keeps it...
And true.
True. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Because there's a wonderful phrase in Zen that I love that's called getting drunk on emptiness. We can get a little so caught up with the sort of ecstatic nature of the truth and sharing the truth, that we can get very innocently, but just a little bit drunk, so we just lose a little bit of that, clarity around certain points, although our intention is really, really well. It's almost like you get a little bit drunk on insight, in a way. And that's to be expected. Nobody should feel, bad about that. We kind of go through that, and then there's like what you're experiencing now too. Yet there's the necessity to kind of come back and dip back into the real inner part of this whole life journey, and then also to recognize there's, when you do feel inspired to share, if there's, a place that wants to hear what you got to say or what you're singing or whatever, that's great. And if there isn't for a moment, there's 1,000,001 ways to contribute.
Right.
And some of those are like having something to do, and some of those are just, being that conscious, loving presence in life to whatever and whomever you meet.
Right.
Because I imagine you're probably, when you go and you sing in front of people and you do the work that you do with people, that you're hoping to connect and move, individuals, right? You want to connect with somebody, with something important. And realize you can go to a group of 200 people, and you can have a lot of people that love what you're doing, but you might have that one person that, that day just aligns and their whole life has changed. But that moment, that one person, you don't know if they're going to show up at something you do, or if you meet them on the line at the grocery store, or if it's an acquaintance that you've just met. We don't know where that one person is going to be found. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. And so, that's, at least for me, that's something that I always find really valuable to look at, is like, there's 101 ways to contribute, and our own connection is is an important part of what any of us have to contribute.
Yeah. Or even looking in someone's eyes and seeing them. That's big.
It's huge.
That's big.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Or a smile.
That's right. That's what I'm glad you're bringing it up, because this is what I'm trying to convey with the embodiment thing, Yeah. I'm trying to convey yes, it's the big moments. Yes, it's that. But then the other 98% of the time, or 95%, are these moments where you're right. It does matter how you connect with somebody, how you look at them. Even if they don't consciously register it, they register it somewhere if you're really open, if you really are looking at their soul rather than just their face.
Right.
And I think that minutia is the majority of our lives.
Yeah.
Even if we occasionally play on a little bit bigger stage than that, I never forget that it's the minutia it's just as important than what happens on any stage. And we never know when we're going to have significance for somebody, or they're going to have significance for us.
Well, that's true, and that's why the exercise, awareness, it keeps you awake, so that you are aware, second by second. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just the quality of being aware to certain things. It's like it keeps pushing out the boundaries of what you were aware of. We start and we're aware of this little small piece, and then it just kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then maybe you kind of stop somewhere for a while, and then you realize, oh, there's even bigger. There's and it counts. It counts the way that any of us, our impact on the life all around us, I think, is much bigger than most of us realize.
Well, thank you for this course.
Oh, you're welcome. I've had such a great time doing it, and I'm so happy that it seems to have resonated for a fair number of people. So that's wonderful. Yeah. And like I said, even though it's a 4-month-long course, what seems like a long course, it is a long course, but to go through the material we went through at a lightning speed. I know people that the people that wrote me letters that said, I'm still on week 1 with that awareness practice. I love that. That worked for me. Can I stay with that? And I'm like, yeah, you just stay with that. The rest will be there if and when you need it. Just, so we've gone through so much of this so quickly that's why I'm happy that it is there. And what I really wanted to do was give certain tools to work with. And the nice thing about these kind of tools, I hope you can just take them with you.
Yeah, we've got them.
Yeah, I think those are the best kind.
I hope you do another course, too, though. It just helps us so much.
Oh, I'll be doing more courses, for sure. Yeah, that will happen, for sure. Yeah.